Bella's Vistas. Thanks for visiting. Please like, subscribe, and click the notification bell. Well, we had a wonderful time in Vulcan. We had a good time, we rested up, got some work done. Now we're headed off to Banff, towards Jasper. We're going to see lots of things. Beautiful, beautiful wide open road. Look at that sky. Now we're coming into the foothills of the Canadian Rockies. I haven't been here for a few years. I'm really glad to be back. Just look at that scenery up ahead. The sky's opening up. We're starting to see the mountains. Now we're coming into Canmore. Wow, look at that big building on the right. I've never seen that before. It's brand new. Now we're looking out over the horizon. Look at the mountains. I love the juxtaposition of this city right up against the mountain. It's fantastic. Been watching this develop over the years. It's something beautiful to see. Nice, clean, clear water, beautiful blue sky, and the mountains. Wow. This little fella came around trying to beg some of my lunch from me. Now here we are. This is what we were looking for. We're up at Lake Moraine. We got here late this evening, managed to get the sunset. Just look at that. Then the stars came out. Wow, beautiful big bright stars. Look at the galaxy over the mountaintops. My goodness. I had a chance to do some star trails. I love doing these. Now I got up in the morning and I got there bright and early. Now look how many people showed up. Just imagine, look at this. It's amazing. There's my camera working away while I'm shooting this video. Everybody was super polite, though. There were so many people there, but they didn't really get in the way. We all gave each other some respect. Everybody got their pictures, and that's what it was all about. People are getting pretty cold here. People from all over the world come to see this mountain and this lake. It's just beautiful, the amazing color of the water. Here I am making a photograph at sunrise. You see this beautiful sunrise on the mountaintops? There I am keeping a little bit warm, getting my photographs. I didn't have any trouble getting my shots. It was just wonderful. Just look at the color of the lake. Moraine Lake has this specific color, changes throughout the day due to the content in the water of the flower from the mountains and various things that I don't pretend to understand. But I love getting these photographs. Over the past 30-some years, I've watched these trees in the foreground grow bigger and bigger and bigger. Some of them grow right out of the picture, and they used to just be wee little trees. I love coming back here. It's quite an effort to get these photographs. You got to get up very, very early in the morning to get in here. 6 o'clock is already too late. Come in by 6 and you're going to have to take a shuttle, and you won't be able to drive in. Look at the rock formation in the front of this photograph. That's what gives the depth to the picture. This is nice enough, but you just have the water and the mountains. It's always better to have a nice big chunk of rock or a tree in the foreground to really bring in some depth. I come back here time and time again. I'm never disappointed. Such a beautiful place. The sky and the air is so clean and clear. Wow, look at that mountain in the distance. Look at all the little glaciers on it. Now we're on the road towards Jasper. More mountains, more trees, more water. Beautiful. I'm just loving it. Everywhere you look is another photograph. The sky is fantastic. Beautiful. I love the water. It's nice and clear. Sometimes you get a great reflection. Once again, look at those pine trees going straight up on such a slope of rock. Look at the strata in that rock. This has probably been pushed up when the plates were moving on the earth. Another lake I stopped at to make some photographs here. I think we stopped here and made lunch. It was a little bit of a campsite. Beautiful. Look at the glacier up on the mountaintop there. Unbelievable the way it is. You can see where the water has eroded the mountains. We're headed on the road towards Jasper. Now, we're not going to go all the way to Jasper, but we are going to go to Glacier Park. I'm really looking forward to seeing the glacier there. I haven't been there for a few years. I remember it being super duper cold up there. Remember making some coffee and meeting this gentleman from UK that had coffee with me, and he said he wasn't a coffee drinker, but he was so cold that he made an exception. And my coffee's pretty strong, so I don't know how he made out after that. But wow, we're just driving down the road. The scenery just keeps on coming. Beautiful, huge mountains everywhere I look. Rocks on the side. Look at this pass here where we're blasted right through the rock. Unbelievable roads. It's nice and smooth too. I mean, I've been on some bad roads, but this is really nice and smooth. The trees alongside the road, water alongside the road, and the elevation is gentle. We're not onto big heavy slopes or things like that. I stop once in a while and make a few photographs of the mountains. Different shape to these mountains, like ice cream cones or something, and there's some snow at the top. Here we stopped at an overlook to look over the valley, and you can see the way the roads crisscross in the foreground in front of the mountain. Now we're climbing up the mountain. It's a bit steep this time. It's a little steeper than before, but still we've been on a lot heavier climbs than this. Van is just perking right along here, no problem whatsoever. Sometimes it was a bit challenging and I'd have to shift down into second gear. When I'm on hills like this, I just put the overdrive out and pretty much go up in third gear. It's really nice here. There's lots of big campers. We're getting closer to the glacier. It's getting cooler and cooler as we're getting there. I'm just loving this drive. It's so nice to be out on the road. Wake up in the morning, have coffee, and then just drive as long as you want, and then stop, have something to eat. We're getting closer to the glacier now. Look at that. You can see it off in the distance. I'm seeing some little patches of snow. Here we are at Glacier Park. There's the glacier. There you see the blue bus in the foreground there that brings all the tourists up here. You can start to see some of the wildflowers in the foreground here. Just amazing flora. I was so impressed to see this. There's a lot of gravel here which is impeding the flowers, but when the flowers are growing, they're so hardy. They just grab onto anything and grow. It's just amazing. They grow slowly, I imagine, because of the cold, but this is the weather that they're used to. Beautiful yellow flowers and these red things. I'm not sure what they are, but I really enjoyed seeing them. Look at the glacier here, how it's flowing down the mountain. I think these are flowering lichen in the foreground. They're just beautiful at any rate. And look at there. Here we're pulling into a park up. What a beautiful place to spend the night. Wow. We stayed here all night. In the morning, wow, we watched the sunrise. My coffee was perking. I walked around and made some exposures while I was waiting. Then I fired up the old beast and away we go, blasting down the highway again. Here we stopped a little while for a bit of a rest again. Beautiful scenery. I get a few more photographs. I just love doing this. More red flowers in the foreground. We're off on the road again. I'm headed to Rocky Mountain House now. I camped there a couple years ago with a friend of mine, and we had a very good time checking out the scenery. What a great morning for a drive. Thanks for visiting Bella's Vistas. Please like and subscribe, click the notification bell, share as you see fit.